What up, though, Detroit? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? If you're not familiar with that saying, what up, though, is a universal saying for people that's from Detroit. So if you tuned in with your boy O, say what up, though. Man, it's crazy. This is my first live ever right here. This is my first live. And honestly, it's like 90 degrees. I haven't turned my AC on yet, and I'm sweating. And I almost didn't do this, but I realized something. What I realized is too many people in the hip hop culture that got talent. They have vision, they have an opinion, they have creativity and never start because they're waiting on everything to be perfect. So tonight, it's not about perfection. Tonight is the beginning of something iconic. Welcome to Iconic Detroit Heat. When I do my lives, I'm coming on here so we can talk about Detroit sports. We can talk about the music scene, get a little motivation and coaching, get some business ideas. We kick a little business around, be a little creative. Talk about some of the tools that I use to be creative with AI and how things are changing within the urban community. There's a big gap between me, OG in it, 50 years old, versus what they call the YNs, and I hate that term YNs. So my kings, my queens, this we gonna start using that. We're gonna not identify ourselves as YNs and YBs. That's first things first. Not around here, you know. So tonight, if you're here, you just stuck with me this far, you feeling the vibe, you always welcome to come in my house. But one thing I do suggest when you coming into the house, please wipe your feet on my rug. Just don't walk in from outside with your traffic. So that means low key, come in, at least hit the like button. You don't have to subscribe. Hit the like button. Let somebody know you was here. Check out the comment. Leave a comment, whether you like it for the good or the bad. So let's get into it. Since we talking sports, you know what time it is. It's game 7. Detroit basketball. Yes, game 7. Detroit Pistons going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ooh, Cade Cunningham. I call him the Green Eye Bandit, going against Donovan Mitchell and the rest of the gang. So tonight, in my opinion, I want to bring some conclusions around to how business work. And this is just my opinion. Don't make me right. But James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, they old school. They had their chance. They had their run. The NBA is about marketing assets. And right now, they loving Cade Cunningham. They loving the young guys. The Green Eye Freak is gonna go out tonight. I got him in my fan duel. I got him 25 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. I got my man Jay Duran. I got him for 10 rebounds and 10 points, double double. So that's what I'm working on my fan duel for the night. And that's that Detroit energy right there. I got Detroit to win by 5. What do you think? Put in the comment what you think the score will be and who's going to win. I really have the Pistons in a blowout. I just modestly took them with the 5 points, but I think they're going to win by 10 points or better. Tap back in, talk your shit, say what it is in the comment box when you hear. So, moving on. Iconic Detroit Heat. Iconic Detroit Heat is a spinoff of my personal company. My personal company is called Iconic Tribute. Iconic Tribute is where we take memories and turn them into music. Uh, I use AI, and I also use my personal songwriting skills to take obituaries and reframe it and turn it to a beautiful song that people will love. But that's the business side. I have a personal pleasure side of music as well. I've been a music lover since forever. I grew up in Detroit, of course, the sound of Motown, but I was fortunate enough that my parents owned a bar. So I had the opportunity to hear music since the 70s, since birth. So I have a passion and a love of music. And one thing I have noticed from the 70s to now is that how the music has shifted. The message has shifted, the energy has shifted. There's really no positivity coming through the music. It's more of a gang bang. Let me disrespect my women. And I want to change that. So I created Iconic Detroit Heat. So Iconic Detroit Heat is built around storytelling, banging beats, and just the tremendous feeling of good music. It brings a certain frequency and a certain vibration, makes you feel good and happy all over, you know. So that's Iconic Detroit Heat. So right now we have a couple of artists that we're featuring, and I'm still building the channel as we go. So you're in the process of watching me build. So if you hear from me with day one, 3, 4 years from now, when this platform is large and huge, you'll have a great understanding of where we came from and the design and the whole ecosystem of how this takes place and transforms. So one of my featured artists is Dirty Gunner. Dirty Gunner is basically a young girl. Her background is from a young female, and she grew up in a single parent home. She turned to stripping, and her message is about pain, relationships, dealing with her child's father, dealing with drug abuse, and being let down by friends and family and being used. And that's Dirty Gunner. She's representing the street side of things. But since I'm about change and I believe in freedom and I believe in freedom through ownership. Something I personally never seen was a all black rock band. So with the power of AI, I decided that I would create that imagery because it's always told to us that our AI, well, black people should not be rock stars. We're over in rap, we're in R&B, we do jazz and blues, but we're not into rap per se. So I created Black Static once again, an all black rock band in Cyberland, technically. So I have a feature song called Not the Demographics. That song is pretty much based about what this channel is about. If you ever been denied, if you ever been told you couldn't do something, if you ever were told that you wouldn't be welcome, then Black Static is for you. We not marketed, we just inevitable. It's kind of crazy, right? I'm gonna say that again. We're not marketed, we're just inevitable. Well, let that sink in for a minute. Times have changed. We can be whatever we want to be. I'm a believer in God, and I'm not gonna push my views on anyone, but I have the defined knowledge that we can be whatever we want to be. All we need is the faith of a mustard seed. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this. When you come see your boy O and you come listen to Iconic Tribute, it's a purpose and a message in it. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all's time. I just want to come on here and let you guys know it is a live figure behind Detroit Iconic Heat. It's a brain, it's a human feeling. The songs are not just AI generated. They are generated from heart, generated from the mind, and generated with craft. So I hope you enjoy. If you like what I was talking about, wipe your feet on the floor. Come on in, wipe your feet on the floor. I'll be around, and we got a lot of subjects to talk on. But for tonight, remember Detroit basketball. Until the next time, peace.